This is a June update on my 112 gallon Average Reef. Once again, I'm waiting till the very end of the month to do my monthly update. This is not really deliberate, it's just I don't have a lot of bandwidth to upload videos, unfortunately. Just one more thing that sucks about living in the country. Anyways, getting back to the reef, if you watch my videos, you'll note it looks way different. I had a bunch of isolated incidents that resulted in both coral and fish loss in the past month, unfortunately. None of them are really related, and I'm going to go through them here. I took this opportunity to rearrange a few things, and I'm quite happy with how things are looking. The first is this big Pocillopora colony. This started as a little half-inch piece, and it became a giant colony that actually rested up against the leather coral. I did leave the part that has a lot of die-off on. There's actually still some tissue on it, so maybe now that it's not touching a soft coral, it might actually grow back. From the side, things look way different now. Not only the Pocillopora, but the Goniopora I've also moved. Unfortunately, this rock did fall and it actually took out a couple of corals. I'm a little bit surprised how powerful the sting is from the Goni, but I lost a chalice and the candy cane coral. Another coral I did lose was my frog spawn, which has been struggling for a few months now. Finally it just started to have tissue loss and then bailed out. I moved this little hammer here, and now everything on the left side has a lot more space. The zoos and pallies get a lot more light. The branching Cyphastria has room to branch out. The only thing I have to figure out is if I'm going to put a bigger rock underneath this blue lepto or if I'm going to frag it. I would kind of like to frag it, but I'd also like to see it get really big. The only problem with having the Goniopora here is it blocks my purple and green chalice. You can still kind of see it from the side, but if you look at the tank dead on, you can't notice it at all anymore. The cabbage coral is also looking a lot different. It basically self-propagated too, as it grows down the rock, and eventually it just got too heavy and split itself apart. Here's where I moved my Duncan colony. It's actually looking way better with more space, and I think it likes this lower flow here. I'm still working on rearranging some of these toadstool leathers and a few other things. Over here I've got a new candy cane frag that replaced the one that died when it fell on the Goni. It's a bit of a mess here still, just like my camera work. That toadstool hasn't opened up yet, and there's a little bit of exposed rock now, but I could add a few more frags in the future maybe. The green leather has space now that there's no giant Pocillopora colony. The middle of the tank is still a bit of a mess. I'm going to get rid of these little Kenya trees here and clean up the bottom, and then maybe there'll be room for another coral there, or at least it will look a little bit neater. Just getting a couple of shots of my fish. It's really too bad about the blue throat. This female swallowtail angel's basically got streamers now. I'm kind of wondering if she will turn into a male. So after looking at this video footage, the tank is actually looking pretty good. I was a little disappointed initially that things looked worse, which is always the case when you rearrange things, and I lost more coral than I added this month, but it's still pretty full. I will be adding more coral next month that I have already in my frag tank, and I'll be shooting my video a little bit earlier next month. Thanks for watching, and happy reefing. Oh, and happy Canada Day too.